Hi everyone, it's Kate from The Fold Line. I am back this week with the edit. This is our weekly roundup of new sewing pattern releases. I hope you're well, having a good weekend so far. We have got loads of patterns this week, another big bumper week. Before I get started on the patterns, I just want to say that tickets for the Sewing Weekender are available now, so if you haven't got them yet, go grab one. There is an incredible lineup of them. I mean, the talks this year are so great. So if you haven't seen them yet, I will pop a link down below and you can go and have a proper look. But yeah, they are there and ready for you. So we've got a new designer on the site. We've got some really, I mean, quite a lot of patterns. So again, cup of tea, get yourself sorted, and I will get started. So the first company new designer we've got is Naoise. They are, well, I'll give you a bit of like background about them. So based in Belgium, the two founders worked at Maison Victor, if anyone remembers that. Very similar feel to Fibre Mood, and it was a kind of pattern magazine. One of the founders was actually the editor-in-chief, and then she went to work in the children's department, but they have started up their own label and producing patterns. So they've come from very good stock, and they've got about 12 patterns, but obviously they're going to be adding more and more. So they're definitely like quite an exciting one to watch, especially if you quite like children's patterns, because they've got some lovely ones. So I'm just going to talk you through a couple of them. So they're PDF only, just for general PDF only, and the size range on them is a UK 6 to 28 on their patterns. This is adults, obviously kids I will. Let's have a look at the kids ones. Kids is ages 2 to 16 years, so it's great they go fully into teenage. So I'm going to start with a couple of women's wear ones, a couple of kids, and to give you a bit more of an idea, but I will pop a link to all of them so you can go and have a proper look. So the pattern that I really love is the Judy Dress top and skirt. Already I'm a fan. You get 3 patterns for the price of 1. So this has got a really great detail. I mean, it's quite a striking pattern actually, but the thing I like about it, the construction of it is quite simple, so it kind of makes it look more complicated than it actually is. So it's a really lovely sort of wraparound top. You can see that there's a seam that comes down the centre front, and then the wrap details that kind of wrap and tie. I love how I have to do this. Wrap and tie at the back. You can get this, obviously you can get it make it as a dress. You can also make the top separately and to the skirt. I will show you pictures because you can see all the different variations within it. There's lots of different lengths that you can make the skirt in, or the dress. And same with the top, you can make it long sleeve, short sleeve. So there's a lot of kind of play with this. But I thought the kind of construction of it, and I thought it was an interesting construction. I just think it's a lovely pattern. So if you haven't seen that one, go and check it out. Then this I think probably is my favourite. It's the Naoise Dress blouse and dress. This is so beautiful. Again, I will show you the line drawing, and it's great because there's so many different variations. So it's quite a loose fitting. I'll talk about the dress. Loose fitting. You can see that there are really lovely kind of pleat details around the sleeve, around the top of the sleeve and the bottom of the sleeve. You can pick kind of what you'd like. And then there is this quite interesting detail that goes kind of underneath the bust. You can see it kind of pleat detail with gathering underneath, which kind of creates that kind of loosey-goosey, kind of relaxed kind of summer feel. The sleeve shape is absolutely beautiful. That's the thing that I really love about it. And the blouse variation of this is really great. But if I show you the picture, you can see there's so many different they look like almost like different patterns, some of the variations. So it's quite a nice one because you kind of feel like you're getting kind of more for your money with this. So that one's worth having a look at. If you love this dress, they've made a mini version in kids, which is so cute. The DD blouse and dress, which is the same pattern, but just small and cute. So if you're into matching, you could have a big and a small. I just love it, I think. And I think that this kids version is absolutely beautiful. I think it's so nice. It's like an interesting, I love girls' clothes that aren't really girly, and I think this is feminine. It's just, yeah, it's just really cute. So that was worth having a look at. And then they've got a lovely pair of overall jumpsuit called the Kai jumpsuit. Again, this comes in ages 2, this one's 2 to 15 years. And there are lots, again, like with all of these patterns, loads of different variations. There's one that, with a little like ruffle that almost make like kind of peplum that makes it look like it's 2 different pieces. You can make them as shorts, and you can have them, oh I should say also you can make them as a trouser and pinafore. So there's quite a lot of things that you can do with it, but I'll show you lots of pictures to give you an idea. So they're great. So you haven't seen notches yet, they are in the family now, and yeah, I think there'll be lots of great releases from them, so they're definitely one to check out. So we've got 3 patterns from Bella Loves. They're really nice ones, actually great ones for summer. So the first one is the Anna skirt. This is a really great denim skirt. So many of these type of skirt releases this year. It's wild, isn't it? From the indie designers. It's obviously, I feel like when when they all kind of pile in on something, you know that there's like longevity in the high street because they're doing it as well. So this is a really, I should say sizing on this, it comes in the UK 6 to 22. It's got all the classic details that you'd expect on a denim skirt, slit up the front. It's cut so that it's kind of midi length, or maybe it's kind of like a high midi below the knee. It's really great. So if you're looking for a denim skirt and you like the Bella Loves block, then this is definitely one to have a look at. Next up, we've got a really fab shirt, the Leo shirt from Bella. This is a nice kind of boxy boyfriend style blouse. Interesting detail about it for me is this quite big chunky pocket, kind of oversized pocket on the bust, which I think is really great. It adds something, it makes it feel kind of quite mensweary. It's just a bit different, which I love, a kind of subtle detail in a shirt. And she styled it in loads of different ways, which I really like. So you can have it kind of tucked into a pair of trousers, or open with something underneath. So it's quite a kind of versatile piece if you're looking for a shirt. That is definitely worth going to have a look at. Another shirt. This year so far, it's been denim skirts and shirts have been the like big things that all the indies have been releasing. Then we've got a really great pattern called jacket called the Kaya coat. I love this, think it's really clever. So let's have a look at what is going on. It's a kind of slightly cropped, tapered cut jacket. Interesting details for me. So it buttons up the front. It's got quite a nice big chunky collar, but it's got these really great darts that go into the neckline. So your bust darts kind of go into the neckline. It also has a really lovely detail on the sleeve, so it's a slightly wider cut sleeve, and well, you can kind of pick, actually there are 2 variations on the sleeve, sorry. You can cut it quite straight, or you can have it so it's slightly blue, almost like a wider cut, and then it has the detail where the little strap kind of pulls it and cinches it in, so it sort of creates quite a lot of shape in the arm, and I think it's quite a fun detail. So I just think it's a really lovely coat, and again, with her, she does really fantastic patterns with like interesting details, and the bust dart in the collar is great. So that is definitely worth going and having a look at. So finally, we've got 3 patterns from Names, and they are really great, guys. I am quite excited. I am sure I have bored you in the past, but the Named block for me is absolute perfection in terms of fit for me. So whenever they release something, I get quite excited, and I love this one. So the SILM shirt and shirt dress, it comes in a UK 6 to 28. It's available as paper and PDF, this pattern. So let me show you the line drawing. So I'll start with the shirt. So you can see that the proportion of it is cut ever so slightly shorter at the front. It's kind of not crop, but it's not as long as some of the other new releases. You can see that it's got a longer hem at the back. And then most of the details you'd expect on a standard shirt, pockets on the front. The dress variation is really lovely, actually, because it feels quite sort of like a mixture of like 40s and 50s. So it's got darts at the waist. You can see there's a seam at the waist as well. Buttons go all the way down the front. It's got a slightly dropped shoulder, but I like the feel of it because it feels kind of it does have like a slight vintage twist to it, which I think is lovely. So if you're looking for a shirt dress, this is definitely worth going and having a look at. So next we've got the named Verso trousers. I love these named trousers. Really good. So these are a really great pair of trousers if you, because they're a bit more simple in terms of the construction. There isn't a fly front. You can see there is a zip at the side seam, which means fitting wise and all of that stuff, it's just a little bit more simple. So the front, you can see there are 2 patch pockets on the front and a dart, and then on the back there are 2 darts, 2 darts at the back, a key for most people. And you can see it's cut kind of quite wide leg. You can either make these into a pair of shorts, or you can have them, well, you can have them cut whatever length you want, but I really like the sort of ankle grazer look on this. But they are really sweet if you're looking for a good pair of summer trousers. And then last but not least, we've got the Naoise dress and top from Named. So this is a really fun pattern actually, nice and simple, really nice and loosey-goosey for summer. So if I show you the line drawing, you can see what's going on. It's a sleeveless dress, it's got bust darts, and then it's got this really lovely kind of curved seam line underneath the bust with gathering. You can also obviously cut this off and make it into a top as well. So it's a really great piece. I just think that that detail of having the curved seam line makes it feel really special, and it's a great detail. And yeah, I just really love it. So that's an absolute banger for the summer for me. Anyway, that is it from me. I hope that was good and you found something nice to sew. I will be back soon with another video, and just a reminder, sewing weekend tickets, there is a link down below. All right, bye.